as well. Yes. All right, cool. So if you don't know, I am Nikki Connor. I am the CEO and founder of Package Your Profit, and we help coaches and consultants launch their gifts in the marketplace utilizing their digital products. And today I just wanted to just talk about, the one thing why your course is not selling. And so just to give a little information, if you haven't already, go ahead and grab 20 offers you can create and launch today at automateyourpayday.com. And you could go there and actually snag the freebie. And on there, there's like 20 different offers that you can actually use. And number 20 is actually going to blow your mind. And it's going to be a little bit more in sync as to why I'm talking about today's live as well. So go ahead and grab it. You're going to totally be like, what the heck, Nick? Like, I already know, right? Some of the stuff you already have, you just haven't really thought about how to utilize what you have because you're too focused on the shiny object syndrome. You're too focused on all the other things that you're doing, right? And so I really just want to hone in and help you figure out how you can get more sales, how you can get more people that are engaged in what it is that you're doing. Okay. Okay. And give me 1 second as I go ahead and invite some folks to the live. It's a little bit different when you go. Okay. And give me 1 second. It looks a little bit different when I do it on here. When I do it on here, it's a little bit different. I'm not able to see everybody. Okay, cool. All right, so it's making me send messages. I hate when it does that. Darn it. Okay. All right, y'all. So, okay, I got one more. I have two more clients I'm going to sit up here and send a message to. If you are joining me live, go ahead and say, hey, let me know in the chat that you are here. And if you're getting the replay, hashtag replay, and let me know that you are getting, that you watched it, right? And if you find it useful, go ahead and make sure that you are sharing what it is that you got value from. Okay. I don't know why her name is not coming up. All right. Well, we just gonna have to roll, y'all. So I don't like to waste people's time. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna talk about the number one reason why your course is not selling. All right. And this may be a no-brainer. It may be something that something that you already know, or maybe you don't know, right? So just to give you a little bit of history and pretext as to what we do at Package Your Profit. As I stated, we help coaches and consultants launch their gifts to the world utilizing digital products online, right? And one of the things that I find is coaches are like, oh my God, I want to hit my first 6 figures and I want to do all this, right? And they have all these amazing, audacious goals, right? Rightfully so. And they're like, oh my God, Nick, why am I not hitting it? Why am I not hitting that goal? Well, here's the thing. You have too many offers. You have too many digital products. And because a digital product can be easily put together, thrown on Thinkific, right? Or, put together and put on a platform and just, hey, here's my link, go buy it. People are thinking like, oh, I can make multiple of these and people are going to engage. And no, that is not it. There is a full strategy, right? There's a full strategy. And as I was saying, I was I'm part of TSP Game Plan, and they were just sharing one of the things, like when people see like a 7-figure launch, they're like, oh my God, I can go do that. I can go do what they did and totally follow everything that they did. But how do you know, right? One of the things Lamar Tyler said is like, you may be following every single task, right? That you see that they're doing on the front end and copying everything, right? So for instance, some people are following us for our challenge. We have a challenge that is starting on Tuesday, right? It is Get Paid to Launch Challenge, where we are actually going to teach you on how to create your launch event to launch your course, right? If you have not already registered for that, go ahead and register. I will go ahead and add the link to here um, so that you can actually grab it. I'll also put it in the chat. All right. And so at our agency, one of the things that we do is we really help you with honing in, we help you with focusing. So if you come to me and you have a bunch of offers, I'm like, no, what is the one offer, right, that we can actually sell, that everybody wants, that everybody is attracted to you for, that they actually need, right? That they actually need from you. And how can we package that up into one thing? Right. And so we've really focused on your one offer, right? And I don't want to say high ticket because some of our clients, like when they come to us, their offer is a membership, right? Like every single person um, may not need a full-fledged big offer, right? Some of our clients, they need something where it's like a membership base and it's their way, their bait and their entry that they get people into the bigger offer, right? Their high ticket offer, right? So not everyone starts with a high ticket offer. It depends on your strategy. And so really focus on like what is that one thing that you're going to focus on? And then from there, we can create other offers, right? So we have something called the Coaches Lounge. Really example. We're getting ready to revamp and change it as again, right? Because we are getting more market research. And I was just sharing earlier today, we have a client that we've been working with, right? So sometimes we'll take on a client and they'll just be a consistent client that we will keep on as a retainer year after year. And so what we do is we do a full year, full year planning in one quarter. We make them take the entire quarter off, right? They have to take the entire quarter off, right? Obviously, this offer is very specific for the person of who we want to serve, but we have them take the entire quarter off and we plan out, what are your offers? What are you going to offer? Right. And if you have that one offer that is already successful, it's already, making the revenue that you're wanting to make, right? We talk about what are some other avenues that we can lead into that offer. So the one reason why your course is not selling is because you're not focused enough. You're not focused, right? And just because I say focus on one offer doesn't mean that it has to be one income stream, right? I saw a post that somebody posted the other day and they were like, yeah, all these coaches out here are making multiple income streams, but they're telling you to focus on one. But we all started with one, right? We all started with one. And then we made sure that the other things that we offer lead into the overall goal of what it is that we do, right? So perfect example, I will give you with us here at Package to Profit. So at Package to Profit, our ultimate goal is a done for you service where we actually help you from A to Z with your full service launch. I see people commenting, but I can't see. Hey, Rachel, if you're just joining, say, hey, let me know you're here. If you are catching a replay, hashtag replay. And so our big offer, right, is a done for you offer. You know what? I'm actually going to share something with you. I've never shared this live. Um, but I'm going to share something with you, okay? And this is what you want in your business. Let me see. Okay. I do not see it. Okay, so I will make sure that I grab it and share it with you. But basically, you want to have that one specific offer that you are focused on, right? And how people lead up into the offer. And you want to be able to have other instances where you are able to lead them to that offer. Okay. And so, again, we have a done for you service, right? The main goal is to really get you to the done for you service. But sometimes people come to us and they're not ready for the done for you service, right? There may be someone who hasn't mapped out their course yet, so they need help with mapping that out. Or they may need other areas, right? That they need before they get to that level to where they're there for the ultimate offer that you have that you want to offer them, right? And so instead of pivoting and being like, oh my God, I'm gonna, offer this, like how can you lead them to and better prepare them for the main goal that you have, right? And so you want to start with, whether it's a done with you, a done for you, or a do it yourself, right? So those are the three type of offers. That's step one. Figure out if you're going to do a do it for you, a do it with you, or a do it yourself, right? Make sure that y'all write this down. A do it with you, a do it yourself, or do it for you, right? So you're going to identify which product, what realm are you going to be in, right? And then once you have identified it, right, all of our clients, it is a done with you type of thing or a do it yourself, right? Because it's a digital product, and there's no done for you portion part of it, right? So we help them with launching the done with you component. All right. And so I'll also share with y'all this image that I have here, so that you can see how our process works. So we all want to really start with one specific soul offer. Let me share my screen so that you can see it. And let me know if you can see my screen. All right. Hey, Nicole. Oh, I can use Nicole as a perfect example, y'all, because we are like, we like 7 years in the game, right? With our offers. As an agency, we're going on 3 years in the game. So it will be great to start. So Nicole Thomas, right? I'm going to use her as an example, and then I'm going to share the picture that I have for y'all to look at, okay? So Nicole Thomas, she is a client of ours. She is one of my one-on-one clients. She was not ready for the done for you, flat out. She wasn't. And so she hadn't even created her offer. So we have the agency, then we have my coaching, right? So I have a coaching program where I actually will help you through um pulling together your course, right? Helping you identify what it is that you're going to focus on and pulling together the course, right? Then we're going to go into, okay, let's go ahead and launch it for beta stage, right? And then we're going to go through research stage. We're going to get people's feedback. I was just sharing earlier about how we have like 50 pages on one of our clients that we've been working with on our done for you, where she's like a yearly client. And so we do once a year where we do a full quarter of planning, of implementation of how we're going to drive the content, how we're going to drive different things to her offer, right? And you just need to trim the fat. That's the biggest thing. You just need to get focused. And that's one of the things that I did with Nicole. So Nicole now has a course. Her course is about healing. She helps women who have lost their soulmates, y'all, who have lost their soulmates, and now they're trying to get through life and function through life on their own, right? And so her course is going to be getting them at a specific stage of their healing, right? It's going to be at a very specific stage of her healing. So this is her main offer. This is her main core high ticket offer. All right. And once they come to her, they're going to get the course. They're going to work with her. They're going to go through the, Nick, is it 6 weeks or 8 weeks? Sorry, I don't have your stuff in front of me. I think it's an 8-week course, if I'm not mistaken. It's an 8-week course. They go through her framework. They go through her process. They get the healing that they need. Now, we all know it's no secret. When you hire a coach, they cannot give you, I cannot give you everything I've learned in over the past 12 years in 8 weeks. Like, it's impossible. It is a journey, right? And so she's been healing with her husband from her husband for years. She can't give you all that in 6 weeks, right? And so, for instance, from her course, once you leave her course, right, you're stuck to her, right? So there's 4 different levels to your client's journey. And when I work with you on making sure that you're meeting their levels, right? And it doesn't even have to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. It can be rooted to that core offer. So when I'm done with the 6 week and I'm healing, right? Y'all think about your businesses as I'm saying this. Once I've gone through that main transformation, that main core offer that I need from you, what is the thing that I need next, right? Spoiler alert, Nicole, once we're done with our one-on-one services, The thing that you're going to need next is you're going to need implementation. You're going to need somebody to build this baby out. You're going to need somebody to test it in the marketplace. You're going to need somebody to actually come in and say, okay, Nick, this is how the market is responding to what you're putting out, right? People really like when you post this content, but I notice they don't respond to this type of content. So we're going through the analytics. We're studying and paying attention to what is the audience who are swiping their card telling you, right? And if they're not swiping their card, what is it? Like when they go to the page, what do they view, right? That is like totally confusing them, right? How long do they stay on the page and then they get off the page, right? Things like that people don't know, right? That's what we do as a full service launch agency. And so what is that next thing that we can serve you with that's still in alignment with how we serve you, right? That is why your course is not selling. You're not focused enough. You're not focused on who you are serving. And you get into this space where, oh, you know what? And I've done this too. Oh, you know what? This isn't selling. Let me go ahead and go over here and sell this. Let me go over here and try to do this. Right? I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Like there are times where I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I should just go get a job. Right? Maybe I should just go do this. Right? And I just had a client who was making like $1,000 a month. That's all she was making for the entire year. But she stayed consistent. And I asked her before she even started, I said, you know what? I need you to be focused. I need you to get this 12 to 18 months. Don't give up. Don't quit. You know, I showed her what my success looked like. My very first launch, nobody bought anything. My second launch, one person bought something. My third launch, I had a $20,000 launch. My fourth launch, I went on to have a $50,000 launch. My fifth launch, I had a $150,000 launch, right? And then I have clients who straight up come out the bat, never had a launch in their life and just made 1.2 million, right? Like that is unheard of. But I just want to be real. Stick with it. Stick with it. Now, the client who was just only making 1K a month, all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, her income went from 1K a month to 8K a month because she was consistent. So many people give up because they are literally 6 feet from gold and they feel like because the numbers aren't showing right now, because the numbers aren't showing at this moment, that it's not going to show. And if you keep pivoting, guess what? You're going to have to start over every single time. You're going to have to invest those 10,000 hours all over again every single time. All right. And you know, what if she gave up? She'd go on and sell something else. Then she'll struggle for a whole another year, making $1,000 a month on another product when she could have been making the $8,000 a month now. Right. And she's doing it. And the goal next month is to get her to 10K a month. Right. But there are some things that you have to learn in order to do so. And I will say this, if you have done multiple things, if you have been known as a serial entrepreneur, as to get into multiple things, sometimes your audience is just watching you just to see if you're going to stay consistent in that thing that you're promoting right now. I'm going to say that again. If you are a serial entrepreneur, which I was, right? I had done all these companies. Like I have families still to this day that's like, I won't do business with Nick because she was all over the place. And they've never even, not even one thing that I've ever offered, never even took the time to even figure out what it was that I did. Right? And there's going to be people like that you're going to lose along the way. It's okay. Right? It's okay. I'm going to free you right now from that. It's okay. It's people that you are going to lose along the way as you are building this business because you're trying to figure it out. But the crazy part about it is you are in the hot seat because you're on the field. It's easy to boo from the bleachers. Right? It's easy for them because they just sit up there eating their popcorn, going to work to their 9 to 5. They know they check coming until something like COVID hits and then their job gone. Now they're trying to figure it out. Then they're going here and then the market or something else happens and they lose that job and they go to something else. But here's the thing. While they're figuring it out, what job they're going to work, and they're trying to go in, put on another mask, learn somebody else's processes, you're getting better at yourself. You're getting better at learning what your strengths are, right? You're learning what I need to do to make Thomas, the last name Thomas, a valuable asset whenever I walk in the room, versus me going in the room figuring out how can I add value to your last name and not do anything, right? My coach was sharing something freaking amazing about because I'm part of TSP Live. I don't know if y'all or TSP Game Plan. I don't know if y'all heard that part, but he was just talking about having your team have equity in the business, right? Let them start having equity in a business. Let them start being partners in the business. And so that's something that just like struck it with me, because when I think of my team, I think about their ancestors, right? Like, so crazy. I was in the nursing field for almost 10 years, and the Filipino culture has always been like big to me, right? And so we do have a lot of Filipinos that are in our team, right? And we also have Nigerian as well, right? And like the cultures are different, and I always think about like the proverbs, right? The proverbs about like giving up some things to go for greater, right? Or giving up certain things so that things can become better. And I also think about our ancestors. I think about where their ancestors started. I think about where they began, and I think about how where they're at today, right? Working for Package for Profit, how they are breaking generational curses, right? And how can we help them get what they need for their family on a whole different level, getting stake in ownership. And so I'm really working hard on being able to allow them to, I haven't even told them this yet, but really working hard on figuring out like okay, how can we make them, right, have a stake in the company and this be their company too, right? How can we help them be able to start building their assets, right? And so just learning different things. And so I say all this to say is like, you're always going to be learning. You're always going to be growing. You're always going to be expanding. Right. And I want to encourage you, if you are not in a space where you're like, hey, things are not coming in the way I want them to in my business, I want to encourage you and let you know to stay the course. Now, if you've been doing something for 18 months consistently, right, and you've invested, and I don't mean that, you know what, I've been doing this thing by myself for 18 months and I've been on an island and I haven't hired or haven't got help. By all means, you need to start investing, right? This is for those who have been investing. This is for those who have been actually out there doing the work, right? And implementing proven strategies that actually work, right? In the marketplace. And it's not where they really want to be. It's not where their heart is. It feels like work. It feels exhausting. It feels draining, right? If you get to that point, then I would say pivot, right? Then I would say, okay, you know what? Maybe you should go over here and you should start, creating other offers, right? But really focus on what is that one core offer that you can work on. Find you a team, hint, hint, Package for Profit, where we can actually work with you on a consistent basis around all your launches, right? Some of you are having a phenomenal offer that delivers an amazing result for your clients, but the people behind you just don't understand your mission because you're constantly firing someone and then you're hiring them. By the time you actually learn somebody else new, you're firing them, right? Because they're not doing things the right way because you didn't know how to delegate, right? And so instead of you having to go through all that, right, find you a team that can actually help you with the launch process. And so one of the things that we do, first thing that we do is we actually help you with setting up your offer. So once you have identified what your offer is, right, you've done one-on-one coaching with me, we've identified what your offer is, then we move you over to the Package for Profit side, right? And so that's where we set up your offer. We put it on a platform. You then do the work to do your initial launch, right? We want you to see how it feels to do your initial launch. We want you to see how it is for you to do it initially, because we want you to test the marketplace. The last thing I want you to do is to hire a launch team and you don't have a proven offer and the offer is not selling, right? And very worst case is we set up your offer, we find out, oh, you know what, I need to pivot this way, or my clients actually want me more engaged, or they want me to have more stuff. Your systems are still set up and all we're doing is just changing the curriculum. And then now it's selling. Now you can hire a launch team that can come in and scale your launches and take it to the next level, because you know that the offer is viable. You know that it's going to sell. You know people love it. You've already built that know, like, and trust factor, right? And so that's what we do at Package to Profit. So we have 3 phases. So phase 1 is the build it stage, right? Where we actually put it on a platform. We build out your whole portal and everything of how you're going to deliver. Get together those automations so whenever someone presses pay, everything goes out to them. They're not lost, right? They get invited to the private communities that you may have for your clients, all that, without you having to worry about it. Then you go out and you launch it, right? But once you've launched it, you come back to us and go to phase 2, which is where we launch it, right? Because it's selling. And then we go to phase 3 where we actually scale it. All right. And so we have the Coaches Lounge for once you already have your offer put together. And then we focus on the ins and outs of launching and then doing it with you, right? Going through it with you, having you ask the marketing questions for those who are buying and all that other stuff. So, absolutely, Nick, I'm pretty much wrapping up. But overall, the one reason why your course is not selling is because you're not focused enough. You're not focused enough. And we are in a position right now where you cannot afford to not be focused. You cannot afford. If you just join, say, hey, let me know you're here. If you're catching the replay, #replay. But if you're not focused, you cannot afford to be unfocused, right? Here's the thing. And I used this analogy a couple weeks ago where I was like, when you walk through your neighborhood, there's certain things that you can see on the ground and you could pick up or whatever, but you cannot see when you're driving through your neighborhood because you're going so fast. You can't pick up the different pieces that are in the grass that you see, right? Whereas if you're walking, there's certain things that you can notice. So I say that to say that if you are embedded in your niche, if you're embedded in your course, if you're embedded in your client's transformation, there are things that you can catch that your competitors won't, who are doing 1,000,001 things, right? There are some stuff that your competitors will not be able to catch on to because they're doing 1,000,001 things. If they're doing, multiple things, if they're having multiple hustles, there's certain things that they can't hear. Like when my clients tell me, hey, Nick, I'm struggling with this, or hey, Nick, your delivery on how you do this could be more effective if you did this. If I'm doing so many different things, I'm not hearing that client. I'm not hearing how I can improve my course. I'm not hearing how I can level up my content. I'm not hearing how I can better my experience because I'm focused over here tomorrow, right? So get focused. Focus on that one area that you're going to serve your client, right? And get after it. Because if not, somebody else is going to take your customers, right? Somebody else is going to talk to your customers the way that they need to talk to you and let them feel like you're reading their mind, right? Because you're the one listening. We have an offer called the Coaches Lounge, right? I was mentioning that earlier. And inside the Coaches Lounge, our main mission is to help our coaches launch their courses and improve their revenue. Scale their revenue from launch to launch, right? And be able to understand that the first launch is going to be raggedy. It's okay, right? And then also helping them realize that becoming a coach and saying, hey, I'm here to serve people, it comes with other things to that calling. It comes with other responsibilities. You are a CEO. What does a CEO lifestyle look like? Right? So, year one, we're focusing on your offer, refining your offer, making sure your offer is getting good, right? I mean, is selling, right? Um, and if it's not selling, what are the tweaks that we need to make? Right? Year two, we're solely focused on improving, refining, and launching again, right? We're just focused on constantly improving. Year three, right? We want to start focusing on, okay, now that we have solidified, like this is a valid offer, what are some other offers we can offer from it? And this is something that you can honestly do at any stage, right? But some of y'all are doing a million and one things. You're working a 9 to 5. And so ideally, we made it into a 4-year type of thing, right? So year three, you're looking at, okay, what are some other offers I can offer, right? Maybe the lead magnet that I have that's leading into this offer, that's helping me sell this offer, right? Maybe I need to pivot a little bit. Or maybe I need to tweak the language, because when people go to the page, they don't even scroll because the very first headline is throwing them off. Right? So we start talking about those different things. How can we better make and refine things that are leading into our offer? And then I'm getting ready to share the picture with y'all in a minute. And then once we have figured out, okay, this is a viable offer, we can scale it, we can move it, then we start talking about partnerships, right? So year four, we really want to focus on partnerships. We really want to focus on freedom. We really want to focus on like that CEO lifestyle, right? What does it look like to have an offer that is literally automated and selling itself, right? That is running on its own. And now you're just focusing on showing up, making it better, being a better leader, and just running the play. Right? This is not oh, Nick, you're going to do this service for me 6 months, I'm going to be a millionaire. Like, no, it's not. There's a process. There is a process, right? We call it the freedom framework inside of Package to Profit. There is a process to this whole thing. All right. So overall, focus on your one offer and how you are going to lead different things into it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share this picture, and then I'm going to hop off, y'all. I have my friends up here needing something from me. All right, so share screen, window, Chrome Lab. Ooh, I don't want y'all to see that. I got so many different slides. I mean, so many different tabs open. All right. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me know if you can see my screen. It looks like y'all can. All right. So here we go. Bam. All right. So right here, let me know if you can. Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to make sure y'all can see I don't know why it's not. Make sure y'all can see the firewall. Can y'all see it? Okay, I think you can. No, you can't. Nope. You guys can't see this. Okay, let me try. I'm trying to get you guys to be able to see my hold on. I think it's gonna work here. It's not working. Okay, so maybe that's a sign um that I'm not supposed to share this with y'all. Um, but if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the book called Flywheel. And Flywheel will actually help you. It will teach you about how other businesses started, how they refined, how they actually got into a space. Hey, Miss LaShawn, how they got into a space of that one specific offer that they were focused on. And then how did they refine it to where now it's pretty much running on its own. And so inside of the flywheel of ours, right? So we have one where it's like an entry point, right, where our clients enter, right? So we have a way that we have them enter there. And then once they enter, we have a way where we grab them, we support them, we engage them, we learn more about them, and we start doing research and learning more about their needs. And then we have a offer for them when they're just starting out. So um, right now we have you can go to automateyourpayday.com. Again, automateyourpayday.com. It's actually added on this description of this live where you can actually download 20 offers you can create and automate today. Right. Um, and then we have a done with you type of situation, right? So we have a done with you coaching program membership. It's a hybrid, um, where it's a year long, and we work with you through your offer. And therefore, then once you have refined your offer, then the ultimate goal is to enter into what's called our done for you services, where we actually will put it on there, right? And a lot of our clients, they come to us from other coaches who have helped them, and then they just need us to actually set up the offer so that they can deliver it digitally online. And then from there, we then help them with the done for you services, where we actually help them with launching it repeatedly, right, in the marketplace. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell. Focus on your one offer, right? How are you going to get people to the offer in various different ways? I'm not going to go into depth into strategy, right, as to how you can monetize on multiple different levels. But I will say that you can monetize on different streams leading into your course. But you really want to niche down and get focused so that you can hear your audience, right? One of the things I was looking at our notes, even from the coaches lounge, like I have about like 30 something pages of notes as to our clients' pain points, right? And those that are in the program, listening to what they're saying, right? Some of them are saying, Nick, I don't want to learn this. I want you to do it. But there's still a component that they're going to have to learn. There's still a component that they're going to have to push things forward, right? And make things happen. So um, just wanted to share that with you and make sure that you understand that component. All right. Thank y'all for joining the live. If you haven't already, go ahead and register for the challenge. It is in the comments below. Also, it is attached on this stream, the strip right here. We actually start the Get Paid to Launch challenge on Tuesday, where we will be focusing on helping you create your challenge that leads into, so create your launch event that leads into your course to be able to increase your sales and get paid. All right. Thank y'all for joining and have a good one. Bye for now.